5 lessons.
$5 foot longs.
You just totally ruined my 5 Randel lesson.
Let's try it again.
Okay, hang on. 5.
5.
No! 5 lessons.
Okay, what am I supposed to say?
5 lessons.
So you say 5?
5.
5 lessons?
5 lessons of the Randel family. That was dumb. That was so dumb. That was bad.
It's good with the 5. 5 lessons. And then 5 lessons to live by.
That was really bad. We're done.
Okay, we're
done.
Whoosh.
5 lessons. 5 lessons of what?
5 lessons to live by.
Who to live by? You? Me? We?
Us. Welcome back to the Randel Fam, episode 6. Today's episode is going to be about the 5 rules that the Randels live by. This isn't going to be for everybody. Only for the cool people.
Only for the cool people.
So,
I don't know about that. Rules makes it sound so formal. It's not.
It's just 5 rules that we live by.
The 5, rules, I guess. Like, there's no other way of saying it. But the 5
rules to live by.
The 5 laws. No laws is even worse. I don't know.
And after number 1,
our core values. The Randel family core values. That's what. Look, these rules are for us.
Yeah,
that they're not meant for everybody.
We're not pushing it off.
Nor are we trying to share them with you so that you join our family rules. However, if you like them, you're more than welcome to adapt them into your family.
Join our cult.
A cult. The Randel cult.
There will be Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid? That's gross.
You don't get it?
No.
Haven't you ever heard the phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Do you know what it's from?
No.
So this guy, he was I don't know what of faith he was, but he went to, again, I don't know a whole lot about, like, all I know is he was in another country, and he was being pursued by some government agency. So he decided to poison all of his followers. So he put poison in the Kool-Aid. Everyone drank the Kool-Aid and died. So that's what they say, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
That sounds awful. I feel like when I worked in corporate America, I would say it all the time, like, just drink the Kool-Aid, play along, you know.
Die.
No, I didn't mean to die. I didn't know. I didn't realize that was
that's what they mean by don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I didn't realize that's where the analogies stemmed from. That's interesting. We don't have Kool-Aid. We don't like Kool-Aid.
There's Kool-Aid.
Lemonade, maybe. But no.
There's Kool-Aid.
There's Kool-Aid. Well, we drink the Kool-Aid for our 5 rules, and we make our kids drink it. We don't make them. I shouldn't have said that. I mean, we try and teach our kids these rules.
They've picked up on it. Like, again,
because we
Sadie,
live by it. Instead of just, like, speaking it, we truly try and live by it.
Both our kids. I mean, anytime we get in the car, Jack wants to put on 107.1. And before we eat, no matter what, Sadie always makes us, like, doesn't make us pray, but she reminds us to pray.
She's really good about it.
So
that brings us to rule number 1, though.
Putting God first.
So
in this family, we put God first in everything. So he's number 1 priority.
Yes. And then number 2 is, I believe there is a purpose. And this is a tough one, I think, even for us to take on sometimes. When you're faced with whether it's a good, bad, or indifferent situation, trying to find the purpose in it, and not always will you find it right away. Sometimes it takes years for you to be able to find that purpose, but I believe that in every life situation there is a lesson and a blessing if you look hard enough for it.
And it's easy. I mean, when you have good times, it's easy to see the purpose. It's obviously harder when life's hard and things aren't going your way. Then you start to second guess the reason.
or even in
Why are you doing something?
tragic situations where instead of it just being like a bad, like financially we need to figure out how to pay our bills. Like I'm talking like very tragic situations where it's unexplainable and heartbreaking. But I feel like even then there's still a blessing and a lesson within those situations. So that is rule number 2, which still comes back to rule number 1 in believing that God has a plan. That not all of our 5 rules are about God, I promise. Maybe they are actually.
The third one's going to be giving grace and taking grace.
Yes, and
which
that
is
was
something
my
that
favorite.
we've been working on with the kids pretty hard recently.
Yeah. Because it's the hardest lesson for me. Like I feel like I personally struggle with this, so I have to remind myself every day, and I try and remind you guys, so that way you can remind me. So, although, like where this stems from, although we don't deserve it, God has given us an unlimited amount of grace. So I feel like we all sin differently, and we are all bad in lots of ways, and trying to find the good in somebody and forgiving them for the things that they have done. Again, asterisk to the very tragic, horrible situations. I am not saying that you can't cut people out of your life. I am just saying in most situations, people should be forgiven the same way that you would want to be forgiven.
Because
And
nobody is perfect.
Right.
Everybody sins.
right.
So it's hard. It's hard to remember that you want people to be perfect. You want people to please you, and you're not gonna ever find someone perfect besides God Almighty.
I think that when it comes to relationships, whether they're with family or close friends or coworkers, whatever it might be, we have a certain level of expectation, and when those people don't abide by that expectation, it's super hard to not stay mad or be mad. And I just feel like ultimately this is the hardest lesson to learn.
Yeah.
But it's lesson number 3 for us.
Pretty hard for a 6 and an 8-year-old to learn.
It's hard for a 30 and a 31-year-old to learn, so.
You're 31?
You're 31. Don't know.
Jeez.
Oh my God, whatever.
This whole time I thought you were younger.
What's rule number 4? I did just have to color my hair to cover my grays, so.
Looks good.
Thanks. Did I go darker or lighter?
Darker?
Nice.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I could tell.
Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's fall coming, so darker colors. Right?
You didn't know. Had I not colored my hair directly in front of you yesterday, you probably wouldn't have even noticed.
No, I can tell. Much darker.
Much darker?
Mhm.
It's only 2 shades darker, so.
But I have a keen eye for hair.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as you did, I said, holy shit, that's fall time.
It's about time. Whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what you do in the fall, right?
Yeah.
Summer you go blonde.
Mm-hmm.
Fall you go brown.
It only took this long for you to figure it out.
I'm just a cosmetologist.
Wow.
Is that the right word?
Yeah. It is. Where'd you study? Maybe we went to school together.
The James. Hey.
Okay, rule number 4.
But I just did rule number 3.
Okay, rule number 4. Go big. What's that mean?
Give it your all.
Give it your
Go big
all.
or go home.
Go big or go home, but that's so cliche. Tell us more.
I feel like it's an infomercial.
Yes.
Buy
And
our
then
Kool-Aid.
dial 1-800-ASH-LEY.
You know what? Soon we're gonna have some merchandise. We're gonna buy our merch.
Like, I'm gonna have the telephone number scroll down. I barely can edit what we have now, so
no, it's good. It's good.
it's fine.
We got some good stuff.
Yeah. Basically, if you want any editing skills, I'm like, side job. You guys are more than welcome to
Hey.
send it my way. I only charge $5,000 per episode because that's about how frustrating it is.
Hey, girl, hey.
It's awful.
But anyways, go big. So, I mean, whatever you do, give it everything. Because you don't want to live with regrets. So
Literally everything.
Everything.
So like, love big. Fail big.
win big.
Win big. Celebrate big. Celebrate
Sleep big.
Sleep big.
Hunt big.
No.
What do you mean no? It's that time. So as fall means brown hair for you, it means for me, if it's brown, it's down.
That could also be a poop reference.
Yeah, I mean it could. But don't ruin that the saying for me. What? Why would you do that to me? I mean, speaking of hunting, it's about that time where you don't see me anymore.
I know. So, gonna have a really clean house with no hair in the sink.
I clean the house too.
I know you do. Argue big.
Huh?
Argue big. You said our next rule was go big.
So am I big? I'm trying to slim down, but
No, I
Thanks
said
for-
argue big.
argue big. Yeah, I mean,
Argue, not are
Yeah.
you big.
No, so I thought you said,
God,
"Are you
no,
big?" I'm like,
argue.
all right.
Like fight
Dickhead.
and big.
Yeah.
No, we both have gained 5 pounds. We probably should lay off the Swiss cake rolls.
But they're so good.
They're so good.
You know what's better?
No,
Reese's Big Cups.
no.
Bullshit.
Literally nobody thinks that Reese's Big Cups are better than Swiss cake rolls.
Everybody does.
Swiss cake rolls are the go-to fat man snack.
No, so with like a regular Reese's, you can put it in the fridge or the freezer.
Yeah.
But the Reese's Big Cup, there's so much peanut butter in there that it gets too hard. So it has to be like, not melting, but it has to be room temperature to where it's like a little firm,
Oh my god.
but not too melting. Those things, like if I had an unlimited supply of Reese's Big Cups, I'd be like Chris Farley. You don't even know who Chris Farley is.
Yes, I do.
Holy shit.
I do too.
You looked at me like,
Didn't he die? You don't even know if he died.
of course he fucking died. You don't know who he is.
Yes, I do.
What movies is he in?
You know I can't do this. He has blonde hair. He was a little bit bigger. He was in a
was
football
a-
movie.
No. You're thinking of Remember the Titans.
No, I'm not. Chris Farley was a comedian.
Yes, he was a comedian.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a football movie.
What movie was he in? Name some movies he was in.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
Ninja.
Beverly Hills. Yeah. No, that's not
You
the
know,
one I was
I'm
thinking of. What was the
disappointed.
one? What else was he in? What else was he in?
He was in Billy Madison.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Keep going. Oh, so you only know 2 minutes. Oh my god! You only know 2!
Okay, no, he was in.
Fail!
No, he was in some other movies that it was, and I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was where his dad was the owner of a company, and he was supposed
that
to.
one.
Yeah, don't even fucking. You can't even remember the movie we watched last night.
I am so bad.
So
I can't help it. I'm not good at movie, like, names or actresses or actors, their names.
he was on Saturday Night Live.
But if you were to ask me, do you know who Chris Farley is? I would say no, and then you would show me a picture and be like, oh yeah, that guy. I know who he is. I see him in my head. I really do. Like, this is not one of those like, oh yeah, I know him. I do. I really do. But there's a specific movie I'm thinking of.
What's
Or
it about?
did he do Saturday Night Live? You just said that, didn't you? You did, didn't you? That's probably where I'm thinking he's from. So,
Yeah.
glad we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm. So
We missed our go big, like that gut feeling you get, like when you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, Like, I'm about to go there. You want me to go there? Do you want people to know how crazy your wife is?
Mm-hmm.
You know that, like, gut feeling or that heavy feeling on your heart that you get? It's like I have a lint or something in my eyeball. Where you feel like you should do something.
Okay, now my eye itches. It's like a yawn. Like what?
Can you get your together?
It's gonna sound like you edited that out.
I did. Do you see what I did? From now on, instead of saying fuck, you have to go fuck. Go. Like just a. Okay, we're done. I'm sorry.
We're done.
I'm crazy, and I know this, but like that gut feeling you get when you're about to do something or you feel like you need to do something, like I am a firm believer that God has put that on you. Like that is there for a reason. He's given you that purpose, so it's your job to fulfill that, and he wouldn't put that in you if he didn't think that you were going to see it through or be the best person to hold that out. I mean, it's as simple as like, you should give that homeless man a hot chicken sandwich. Or
which I'm terrible at.
Going after a big dream, or starting a podcast and making a fool of yourself, or whatever it might be. Like, I just feel like if it's there, you have to follow it. As scary as it is, and as much as you don't want like Jill from high school to judge you and think you guys are crazy, which we kind of are, so.
Did we go to school with the Jill?
No, that's why I use that name. So then, I can't think of a name of somebody who went to. So then, like, somebody that we did go to school with couldn't be like, "Hey, I'm not judging you." I don't know. Never mind.
I feel like we did go to.
With a Jill, in our grade, I don't think so.
Someone had a. Maybe not.
Maybe a grade or two down.
No. Anyways.
I just feel like God placed that on your heart because that to me is proof that that dream it's already yours.
But it's up to you to fulfill that.
Yeah.
I mean, God can put that purpose in you and put those dreams, but ultimately it's up to you to execute.
Or not. And then that kind of determines the winding path that you take. Like, I feel like some of my biggest failures looking back, I'm not me because of the failure. I am me now because of what I had to go through in order to get to where I am now.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not necessarily thankful for some of those tragedies and tragic incidences that have happened, but I'm thankful for the person that I had to grow into, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So.
Like there's that saying, pressure makes diamonds. Isn't that a saying?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also a song. I don't really know.
Probably Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Probably. So.
Number 5 is it all starts with attitude.
So something that we do every night is at family dinner, we go around the table and find three things that were great that day. Starting off, it's pretty hard because I always tend to focus on the negatives because they're easier to pick out the negatives than positive. So what we try to do is find the positive in everything, which Ashley's really helped me with. I'm just always trying to see the good, find the good in a situation, find the positive.
Not always.
No, I mean, there's times where, and it's super annoying, when I'm pissed off and I just want someone to have a pity party with me, and then Ashley chimes in with her positive attitude, and then vice versa. When Ashley's pissed off and annoyed and she just wants some pissy sympathy, I hit her with the positive, and it's hard to hear. I mean, because you don't want that.
You just started doing that to me, though.
You do, but you you want someone to be positive, but you want someone to say, "Oh, poor baby. I'm so sorry you had a bad day. I agree. Life sucks for you.
Idiot. Yeah.
That person's an idiot. You're completely right. But what you need to hear is the truth. So you need someone that can listen to the story, knows you, and can say like, well, did it really happen that way? Or were you thinking too much into it? Like, what did they say? How did they say it?
Yeah. Or it's also just as simple as, well, maybe they had a bad day and they took it out on you. Which
and
doesn't
you're great with reminding me of that, like, too. Like, you know, you don't know what they're going through. Like, you don't know if their dad just died or they just got fired and you were the first person that they talked to. Yeah. And they're just unloading all of their negative energy on too.
That doesn't make it fair or right or okay. It just, to me, it makes it easier to swallow. Like, just in a, like, if somebody's an asshole, you kind of want to have a reason. Like, I know that I typically want to put a reason to why somebody is so mean. Like, I just genuinely don't get it. I will never understand why people choose to be rude, or
some people hate their life.
And it's not even just that. Like, some people, like, it just, I'll never be able to get behind it. But I do believe that there's a reason why that person is acting that way. And so to provide empathy or...
Misery loves company.
And that's very true. It really is.
It's very true.
So it makes it extra hard to remain positive. And then people will say, like, oh, you have rose-colored glasses on, or, you know, you're just blinded and you don't see the world's problems, or whatever it might be. Well, that's not true for me. Like, I am a realist. I absolutely am. Through and through, I am a realist. But I also am an optimist. So I can see a situation and say, yes, this is how it's going to pan out. And I can understand why somebody would say that it sucks, because I'm also an empath. An empath? I think it's an empath. I provide empathy,
I have no
however
idea.
you say it. But because I am instead of being a pessimist, I look at the positive side of things. So I understand that this situation is going to happen. I am fully aware of it. I'm not rose-colored glasses, or not paying attention, or not wanting it to happen, or being oblivious to, you know, world issues or family issues or financial issues or whatever it might be. What I am doing is saying, like, I am taking the situation and taking every positive out of that situation and holding that as close to me as possible, and so, like, thriving off of that.
Instead of being a negative Nancy, she's a positive Paula.
A positive Paula. An annoyingly positive Polly. But what I have found...
Paula.
Polly. It's positive Polly. And it's negative Nancy. I'm pretty sure.
But I'm saying positive Paula.
Whatever. Oh,
but it's not annoying. I mean, again, it might be annoying for the person that doesn't...
It is when you're frustrated.
It is. But it also... It's wore off on me. So now I can be the positive Paula, while you're being a negative Nancy.
It's so bad, guys.
It sucks.
I have never realized how irritating it is when all you want to do is, like, sulk for just a minute, and then the other person, like, the one person you rely on on the other end of the phone is just like, you know, but look at the sky, it's beautiful today, or God has woke you up this morning and you still have a job, or, like, always pulling something out where I'm like, gosh, I hate that you're right. Like, I hate that you're right, because I want to be mad, and I want you to be mad for me, and I want to be mad, and I get it. Like, it's hard when you're not the person that is in the situation, like, when you're the one frustrated. But what I've learned is that without that, like, without you doing that to me, like, it would be so easy for both of us to just sink right back into the negative, pessimist side of things.
Not to be negative, but that light is killing me. I'm blinded by the light.
But people can see you.
You didn't get the reference.
What reference now?
Blinded by the Light is a song. Blinded by the lights. Or the light. Blinded by the light.
See, you can't make references if you can't
No, it
pull
is.
the references off.
It is.
Who sings it?
I don't know.
I don't either. So even
It's
if
a song.
you could have just told me Janet Jackson sings that, and I would have believed you. I don't know.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. No, I would have known that was not true.
Yeah. Those are our 5 rules to live by.
Hi.
5 rules. 5 rules to live by.
That was nice.
What was
It's
it?
a nice little jingle.
Ba-da-da.
Yeah. We are probably crazy and a little bit.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit. But that's
Not
okay.
even a little bit.
Just
You know, like those memes where it's like the when God made me.
Yes.
It's like
sprinkle a little bit of dog love.
a little bit of dog love, a little bit of craziness in our. So for us, it was like a little bit of crazy. Oops.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably true. But
Anxiety,
yeah,
swearing.
swearing. The whole swear jar fell into ours. So
Yeah.
that whole number 1 rule, put God first, is absolutely there. But we also are.
We just like to spice
sinners.
things up.
We are horrible at cursing.
We just like to spice. I was gonna make a Sing reference, but
What? I would have gotten that one.
no, you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have.
Gonna spice things up?
No.
No.
We just watched that movie last week too. I'm just not good at it. You're gonna have to find a. If that was a stipulation, like if that's something you want, you're gonna have to find a new wife, like one that knows
No.
movies.
You know what? I wish I didn't memorize useless crap. Like, I wish I could memorize like stuff that actually is gonna help me out.
It's funny because we were just talking about this at dinner. Like, if there's one skill I lack, I lack in random knowledge. Like, useless random knowledge. I don't have it. Like, I don't have.
It's not a bad thing.
Casey can, like, actor, movie, songs, whatever. Jack is also like that with, like, weird random facts about mountains, animals,
That's like,
space.
Like, he can name all the planets. He can
Well, I mean, I can name all the planets, but, like, he.
go.
No. Oh my gosh.
Go. Floor's yours.
How many are there? 9?
You tell me. You can name them all.
Earth, Venus, Mars, Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto. Is that it?
I don't know.
Is there 7? I don't know. And I don't have anything to look it up with. So I'm right. Got him.
We will see.
Boom. Alright, well, we're like, that was it. 5 rules to live by. Randall household.
Boom. Boom
Adapt
goes
them
the-
or don't. Adopt them? Adapt them?
No, not
Take them
adapt
there?
them.
No. Feel free to steal them if you want. Or feel free to roll your eyes at this video and be like, them folks are crazy. Because we kind of are. Next episode, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about because we don't know yet. So, or do you know?
No.
No?
No, I don't. Just gotta do whatever comes natural.
You're going to chicken wing it?
It's not a
That
thing.
was funny.
It's not a thing.
Why don't you ever laugh at my jokes?
I do.
That was funny. Let's try that again. You're going to chicken wing it? That was good.
You are so funny.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you're done.
Why
Goodbye.
don't you ever laugh at my jokes? Laugh. Laugh at me. I'm being funny.